No, I don't know. Oh, hello, how are you?
I'm good.
And they're also on surveillance cameras engaging in the elements of monitoring. All right, the entity is engaged in group stalking. I just want to get. This is a third party who is engaging in the pattern of conduct. She's using the vacuum as a means of pacing and audible activity. The entity is maintaining the light source, and that's impossible light on the ground while that truck crosses path, and this is demonic pacing. These are the windows where no sunlight is going to shoot through, like lasers. As you saw, the people of the state, under the guise of housekeeping, are in relevant position, using the doors as a means of stalking with audible activity, and doing so while the fake sun is indeed over the venue. There's no sunlight that's going to be over these vehicles or over the property while it's over Woodside Senior Apartments, and also while it's over Holiday Inn Express and Suites. That third party is engaging in what is terrorism and harassment as an entity, while the entity is, monitoring my every movement. As I grab my laptop, immediately the sound of someone running, which is amplified in volume, then coexists with what is the slamming of a hotel door, and my mattress is then vibrating inside of my hotel room. I just want you to see, there's my shadow back here, all right? And here's my shadow right here. That's not the product of what is light, normal light. And you already saw the video where the impossible light activity is moving in the hallway. That is indeed a demon. That's an employee who's going to federal prison, and the entity's acting with impunity with the rest of the demons. The demon in 208, okay, even though closing your hotel door doesn't cause a vibration, it doesn't create any earthquake, they're demons, and they're group stalking with the venue, with the state, and they're doing so with the intent to harass and terrorize. Is there any way that I can get a towel? This is impunity. Is there a way that I can get a towel?
Yeah, let me bring it for you. Because
Sure, thank you.
maybe she leave already.
That's
right?
audible activity monitoring.
Only this one.
Uh-huh. That's the employee with the demons that are patrons monitoring together. Go ahead.
Let me bring it. I have to
Uh-huh.
go
And if they're
down.
not natural born citizens, they're going to be deported. Thank you. That's P.O.C. I want to be clear. This is a demon that's group stalking. Opening and closing the door is audible activity and relevant positioning and what is impossible light activity. And they're doing that on camera. They're all going to federal prison. Every single last person, they're all going. This is relevant positioning, relevant positioning, relevant positioning. And all they're doing is just what you saw with regard to stalking with activity. And that was literally, legally speaking, the employee, the people of the state, with the patron, the people of the state, the same entity, stalking under a fake sun amongst engineer light, what you already saw and what you already see right here. And they literally do that on camera. Those are the idiots that are stalking under a fake sun. And they're engaging in terrorism while the mattress is vibrating, while you close the hotel door, which is not creating any sort of earthquake. And the fact of sensational activity, the fact of impossible light activity is that which is already on the record. And they literally engage in, this is a demon, that's also a sex offender monitoring me while my panties are down, in the same way that they are knowingly engaging in the elements of monitoring with regard to activity creation. The entity is engaged in that pattern of conduct on an ongoing basis, and that third party is going to federal prison. Any of those that are not natural born citizens, as I stated, they will be deported out of this country, as you are witnessing the worthiness of that after they go to federal prison. This is occurring on the watch of La Quinta Inn, all right, which is Wyndham. And the entity is going to be subject to civil and criminal prosecution, while the demon possessed are staying at this hotel to engage in the state's P.O.C. of federal group stalking and monitoring. It is currently, again, where the entity is creating earthquake-like conduct. That's an act of terrorism. As you listen to the podcast, the entity was through the closed blinds. Dynamic engineer light was moving across the ceiling while the demons were group stalking in the hallway by using a vacuum. That's audible activity and relevant positioning. In other words, a demon is pacing by using a vacuum. Okay? The entity is doing so in a specific environment where the light source is necessarily in conformity to the documented pattern of conduct. It's right over the venue, which you can tell by the shadow of the tree. All right, the fake sun is here, but also because of the impossible light activity. The impossible light activity is not sunlight, but it is evidence that the fake sun, the light source, is directly over me, and that's also in conformity to what the evidence already shows, that the entity is stalking through the light source in the sky space directly above me, where I remain and where I go, which is how you know a population is stalking and engaging in surveillance as I remain here. And so was the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, who's going to be prosecuted, the San Bernardino County Fire Department, who's going to be subject to prosecution. That's the state. That's the entity that the demons, who are the people of the state, are group stalking on their behalf. It's the government's criminal system, and it's highly unintelligent. And those that are group stalking, working at La Quinta, that she's going from being a housekeeper to federal prison to out of this country permanently if she is not a natural born citizen. And there is no welfare, there's no low income qualifying program that she will ever receive. And if she has children, she's not staying in this country. That's not going to keep, you will be deported upon engaging in domestic terrorism with the state. And the government, the state, there's nothing that they can do. The government's going to be prosecuted as well. It is currently 226, documenting what is the iteration of terrorism. Pay attention to the two videos. You're looking at the progression of the engineered light. At the previous video, the lining of the building was over the pool. So you're looking at the progression of engineered light as it's now along the gate. That's the maintenance of the fake sun as well. It's not the sun. The entity is just cycling engineered light over the property. This is breaking down the illusion of the environment that you're surrounded by, because this is occurring while the sun is supposedly in Miami, Florida at 10:20 in the morning. If you're paying attention to the body cam of the Miami-Dade police who arrested Tyreek Hill on September 8, 2024 at 10:20 Eastern Standard Time. All right, 10:20 a.m. That's not the sun that's coexisting with what I'm showing you, remaining over me every day, everywhere that I go, no matter where I go, for the duration of the day. That's the environment where La Quinta is engaging in terrorism. La Quinta by Wyndham, they're going to be prosecuted. Their employees, including Cindy, they're going to federal prison. And the impunity, the singing, this demon was monitoring while she's singing. She's monitoring while she's walking right by me. She's doing so with impunity, showing how she doesn't want to be in this country anymore if she's not a natural born citizen, and that wish is going to be fulfilled. Okay, she's out of here. And the likes of them that are not even from this country, you've lost your privilege and you're on your way out. After you go to federal prison for group stalking at a hotel, that's crossing path. P.O.C. That's impossible light that's on the ground while they cross path. It's not sunlight. This is demonic pacing while another, the same conduct, crossing path. That's not sunlight that they're driving in. It's the engineer light that's on the ground. And it's also, you also know that they're monitoring because of the video where you see engineer light shooting like a laser inside of the. Those are group stalkers openly engaging in terrorism, which is also going to be prosecuted. Literally the business records of this corrupt government actor, La Quinta by Wyndham, who's engaging in domestic terrorism and making money while doing so, their business records are going to be turned over. There's not going to be any mysterious person that's engaging in anything here, and they're all going to be prosecuted for it. And those that are staying in rooms like the demon in 306, group stalking on video very foolishly against the state of California, they're going to federal prison. That's how that's going to be treated. It is currently 2:29 p.m. This is P.O.C. while a government, the people, this whole population, they're all obsessed with my genitalia. They're stalking, they're group stalking my every move. They're group stalking everything I do on this phone. And they're group stalking with demons that use vacuums, all right, to engage in what is pacing and audible activity creation. Very psychotic. Okay, that's P.O.C. It's again 2:29 p.m.